A healthy relationship is built on mutual love, respect, and effort from both partners. However, not all relationships maintain this balance. Sometimes, one person gives more while the other remains distant, emotionally unavailable, or indifferent. This imbalance can be subtle at first, making it difficult to recognize that you're in a one-sided relationship. You may find yourself constantly questioning your partner's feelings, feeling emotionally exhausted, or wondering why you seem to be the only one putting in the effort. One of the biggest signs of a one-sided relationship is feeling lonely, even when your partner is physically present. Conversations may feel shallow, affection may seem forced, and emotional intimacy may be lacking. You might notice that your partner rarely initiates conversations, avoids discussing the future, or only reaches out when they need something. These behaviors suggest that they are not as emotionally invested as you are, leaving you feeling unappreciated and disconnected. Another silent sign is when your needs and emotions are consistently ignored. In a loving relationship, both partners listen to each other's concerns, validate each other's feelings, and offer support. However, if your partner dismisses your emotions, avoids serious conversations, or makes you feel like your concerns don't matter, it can create emotional distance. Over time, this can lead to self-doubt, insecurity, and frustration, as you struggle to maintain a connection that feels increasingly one-sided. You may also find yourself constantly seeking their validation and attention, feeling like you have to work extra hard to keep their interest. If your partner doesn't show interest in your life, rarely makes plans with you, or only engages in the relationship when it's convenient for them, it's a clear indication that they are not as invested as you are. A relationship should feel like a partnership, where both people contribute equally, rather than one person always chasing after the other's affection. Recognizing these silent signs is important because staying in a one-sided relationship can be emotionally draining and damaging to your self-esteem. Love should never feel like a battle for attention or validation. If you find yourself constantly questioning where you stand in your partner's life, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship and prioritize your own emotional well-being. A truly loving partner will make you feel valued, heard, and cherished, not like an afterthought. 1. They rarely initiate conversations. If your partner rarely initiates conversations, it could be a sign that they are emotionally distant or uninterested in maintaining a deep connection. In a healthy relationship, both individuals naturally want to share their thoughts, feelings, and daily experiences. However, if you are always the one starting discussions, asking questions, or keeping the communication alive, it may indicate that your partner is not as invested as you are. This lack of effort can make you feel unimportant or ignored, creating an imbalance in emotional involvement. Over time, this one-sided dynamic can lead to frustration, loneliness, and a sense of disconnection in the relationship. 2. They don't prioritize your needs or feelings. When your partner doesn't prioritize your needs or feelings, it can make you feel unvalued and unappreciated. In a healthy relationship, both individuals consider each other's emotions, concerns, and desires. However, if your partner consistently ignores your needs, dismisses your feelings, or makes decisions without considering how they affect you, it may be a sign of emotional detachment. You might find yourself always compromising while they rarely do the same. Over time, this imbalance can lead to resentment and emotional exhaustion, making you feel like you're putting in all the effort while your partner remains indifferent to your well-being. 3. They avoid discussing the future with you. If your partner avoids discussing the future with you, it may indicate uncertainty about the relationship or a lack of long-term commitment. In a healthy partnership, both people naturally talk about future goals, plans, and dreams together. However, if your partner changes the subject, gives vague answers, or becomes uncomfortable, whenever you bring up topics like moving in together, marriage, or future plans, it could mean they don't see the relationship lasting. This avoidance can leave you feeling insecure and questioning where you stand. Over time, the lack of future planning may create emotional distance and uncertainty in the relationship. 4. You always make the plans and efforts. If you're always the one making plans and putting in effort, it may be a sign that your partner isn't as invested in the relationship as you are. A healthy relationship requires balance, where both partners take initiative to spend time together and nurture the connection. However, if you're the only one scheduling dates, reaching out first, or making an effort to keep things exciting, it can feel one-sided. Over time, this imbalance can become exhausting, making you feel unappreciated or taken for granted. A partner who truly values you will also contribute to maintaining the relationship, not just rely on your efforts. They don't show interest in your life. When your partner doesn't show interest in your life, it can make you feel invisible and unimportant. In a healthy relationship, both partners naturally care about each other's experiences, thoughts, and emotions. However, if your partner rarely asks about your day, doesn't remember important details, or seems uninterested when you share something meaningful, it may be a sign of emotional detachment. You might notice that conversations are mostly about them, while your feelings and experiences are overlooked. Over time, this lack of interest can create distance, making you feel like you're in the relationship alone without true emotional support. 6. Physical and emotional intimacy feels forced. When physical and emotional intimacy feels forced, it often means that the connection between you and your partner is weakening. In a loving relationship, affection, touch, and deep conversations come naturally. However, if your partner seems distant, uninterested, or only engages in intimacy out of obligation, it can create an emotional void. You might notice a lack of warmth in their touch, reluctance to express emotions, or a general sense that they are not fully present. This forced intimacy can make you feel unwanted or disconnected, leading to frustration and loneliness. True intimacy should be mutual, not something that feels one-sided or obligatory. They dismiss your concerns and emotions. When your partner dismisses your concerns and emotions, it can make you feel unheard and unimportant. In a healthy relationship, both individuals respect each other's feelings and try to understand their perspectives. However, if your partner constantly downplays your emotions, calls you too sensitive, or avoids serious conversations, it may indicate a lack of empathy. Over time, this behavior can make you hesitant to express yourself, fearing rejection or judgment. Feeling ignored or invalidated can create emotional distance, leading to frustration and resentment. A loving partner should acknowledge your concerns and support you, even if they don't always agree with your feelings. 8. You feel lonely even when you're together. Feeling lonely, even when you're with your partner, is a strong sign of emotional disconnection. In a healthy relationship, being together should bring comfort, closeness, and a sense of belonging. However, if your partner seems distracted, uninterested, or emotionally unavailable, you may feel like you're just occupying the same space rather than truly connecting. Conversations may feel shallow, physical affection might be rare, and their presence might not bring the warmth it once did. Over time, this emotional distance can be more painful than physical separation, making you feel isolated even when they are right beside you. They only reach out when they need something. If your partner only reaches out when they need something, it could be a sign that they are using you rather than valuing you. In a healthy relationship, communication should be consistent and mutual, not just based on convenience. If they rarely check in on you, ignore your messages until they need a favor, or only show affection when they want something in return, it suggests a lack of genuine care. Over time, this behavior can make you feel unappreciated and emotionally drained. A loving partner should want to connect with you for who you are, not just for what you can offer them. 10. You constantly seek their validation and attention. When you constantly seek your partner's validation and attention, it may indicate that they are not giving you the reassurance and emotional support you need. In a healthy relationship, both partners naturally uplift each other and make each other feel valued. However, if you find yourself always questioning their feelings, craving their approval, or trying hard to get their attention, it could mean they are emotionally distant or uninterested. This imbalance can lead to feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, and frustration. A loving partner should make you feel appreciated without you having to beg for their time, affection, or validation.